When someone asks, what is a personal branding coach? What they're really asking is, who should I trust to help me build a personal brand that actually produces results? Because if you look at the industry, there are a lot of different answers to that question. Some people will tell you a personal branding coach is someone who helps you define your message, your story, your voice, your visual identity. Others will focus on your logo, your colors, your website, and your style guide. And while those things have a place, they don't actually build a personal brand that generates trust, visibility, or any opportunity. So let's define this properly. A real personal branding coach is someone who helps you become the go-to authority in a specific category by positioning you in front of the right audience at the moment that they're actively searching for a solution and helping you build trust with them through your content. That's the outcome. So now let's talk about what that actually requires, because this is where the gap is. Most people either get a coach who has conversations with them but doesn't give them clear direction, strategy, or implementation. So every week they're talking, they're thinking, they're reflecting, but nothing is actually changing. There's no positioning, no visibility, no category ownership, just ongoing conversations that feel productive but don't produce results. They're left to figure that out on their own. What category to focus on, what content to create, how to position it, and how to actually get discovered. Those are the exact pieces that determine whether this works or not. So even if the conversations are valuable, they're still missing the mechanism that produces results. Another option you'll find is an agency that focuses on design, visuals, and branding assets, but they don't do anything to position you to be discovered or trusted. They make sure you look great, but nothing else. Neither of these approaches from a coach will produce any results. Building a personal brand is not just about clarity, and it's not just about appearance, it's about positioning. They don't actually build a personal brand that generates trust, visibility, or opportunity. Let's dive into this. You need someone who can help you determine what category you should own, who your ideal audience actually is, what problems you should be known for solving, and where you need to show up so that you're discovered at the right time. And you need someone who will hold your hand through all the steps necessary to get you to category domination. This requires strategy, but strategy alone isn't enough, because knowing what to do and actually executing on it are two completely different things. And this is the point where most people get stuck. They understand the concept, but they don't know how to implement it in a way that actually produces results. So a true personal branding coach, at least the way that I approach it, doesn't just help you think through your brand, they help you build it. That means mapping out your content strategy, looking at the competitive landscape across platforms like YouTube, Google, and ChatGPT, and identifying where you can actually dominate, and then turning that into a content strategy that positions you in front of your dream clients. But it doesn't stop there, because you shouldn't have to become a marketing expert to build your personal brand. Your job is to focus on your expertise, focus on your clients, and growing your business. So finding somebody that helps you with the implementation matters just as much as the strategy. This includes how your content's created, how it's filmed, how it's structured, how it's launched, and most importantly, how it's positioned so it can be found by the right people. If your content isn't discoverable, it doesn't matter how good it is. When personal branding is done correctly, everything starts to change. You're no longer trying to get attention, but you're being found. You're no longer trying to convince people to trust you. They already do. You're no longer chasing opportunities. They're coming to you. Now, there's one more important distinction to make. In the traditional sense, coaching is defined as helping someone arrive at their own answers, not by giving advice, not directing the outcome. But personal branding doesn't work that way. Your goal is to build your personal brand around your expertise, your ability to help people get results, your perspective, your systems, your track record. And in order to position that effectively, you need direction, you need strategy, you need someone who can look at the landscape and tell you what will work and what won't. So this isn't just coaching in that traditional sense. You need someone who will leverage their expertise and give you advice, give you direction, and give you a helping hand to complete the work. So as you look for someone to help you build your personal brand, you don't just want someone to talk to once a week. You don't just want someone to design how things look. You want someone who can actually help you dominate a category. and attract the right people. You need someone who will help you build a system that develops a relationship of trust with your dream clients. And you need someone who will help you transform your business through this new positioning. That's what a real personal brand does. I don't expect you to fully understand that yet, so you need to watch the next video. What are the benefits of personal branding? The way that most people think about personal branding, it's not only incomplete, it's the exact opposite of what actually produces results. So in that video, you'll see exactly what changes when this is done correctly and what you should actually be looking for when deciding who to trust to help you build your personal brand. Once you see that, the entire conversation will make a lot more sense. I'll see you there.